Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. This is tomorrow's transfers. Today, number 45 of the summer. Yes, this is the 45th time we have done tomorrow's transfers today. Remember, if you don't know, it's 11 PM UK time, Monday to Friday. It's Friday night, so we're bringing you Saturday's transfer headlines, and we've got plenty to talk about today. Most of it regarding Manchester United's defence, which I'm pretty happy about because I want to talk about Manchester United's defence in particular. I think it's the key area we need to strengthen this summer. On today's menu, we have got Lindelöf, Victor Lindelöf. Strange, why is he doing on this list? Bonucci has been on this list before. We've also got a couple that aren't players, but on the menu we've got no defenders, question mark. So I've got no defenders and marquee signing. Are we going to get a marquee signing? Those are the four things we are talking about today on Full Time Devils, tomorrow's transfers today. Lucas, thank you for watching. No Scope, Jesse, Ivan, Joshua, Gadia, thank you all for getting involved. I absolutely appreciate every single last one of you for getting involved. Michael says, I am the most favourite Adam McCullough in the UK. It means a lot, mate. It really does mean a lot. Anyway, let's get stuck into this story first. This one is about Victor Lindelöf, and it's coming from the Metro. The bloody Metro. The only time the Metro has been useful is when school days were about, and I used to have to catch the bus, and I used to need something to read to make the journey a little bit worthwhile. That's the only ever time the Metro has come in handy. Anyway, they are saying Juventus want Victor Lindelöf, as Rugani could be on his way to Chelsea. Now we know they've got Serien at Chelsea coming from Serie A. He may have a few Italian-based players on his shortlist for bringing in players at Chelsea, and apparently Rugani is one of them. Now, in terms of a replacement for Juventus, Victor Lindelöf's name has been brought into the mix, and I find it really, really strange. Obviously, this is nothing to do with Manchester United. This is to do with rumours. First of all, I don't think Victor Lindelöf is going to be getting sold anytime soon, and I'd like to think that would be the case because Victor Lindelöf, for me, is top 2, top 3 centre halves at Manchester United. I think Eric Bailly is number 1, and then I'd say Victor Lindelöf's possibly number 2 because Phil Jones very rarely fit. Marcus Rojo, can we rely on him? Not too sure. And I think Victor Lindelöf at the World Cup and also in the second half of the season definitely showed signs of improvement. So I'm looking forward to see what comes from him. And I think this is absolute rubbish yet again in the Metro. And I don't think Victor Lindelöf will be going anywhere no time soon. Anyway, I think big season for Victor Lindelöf to prove his worth at Manchester United. And I hope he does because he's a classy defender. Great with the ball at his feet, good in the air, he communicates well with his other defenders, and I think he needed that time to settle in at Old Trafford, and hopefully he's had that time to settle now. The confidence of the World Cup for him once the disappointment has left that they got knocked out at the quarter-final stage. I think Lindelöf will come back to Manchester United a much better defender. We do need to strengthen in defence as well, so I can't see people like Lindelöf leaving. He should be one of the last defenders that should be getting sold by Manchester United. Moving on from there to Leo Bonucci. Now Bonucci's at AC Milan. He played today as they beat, I think they had Novara in a friendly and they won 2-0. And Gattuso was speaking after that, and his quotes have been picked up by Goal. Now if you don't know, AC Milan have had their UEFA ban lifted. Now I didn't know this until I read this article. So they will be playing in European competition soon, and they won't be serving that suspension, which is great news for them because it means some of their players may not want to leave now. And Leo Bonucci could be one of those players. You think about it, he's been linked with PSG and Manchester United. He's just arrived at AC Milan a season ago from Juventus. 31 years old. Gattuso is saying he's unsure whether he'll be staying. It's an interesting case there, but I don't think Bonucci will end up at Manchester United. PSG is a possibility because, I mean, you look at PSG, they want to build a team that can win the Champions League. They've just brought in, his international compatriot, Gigi Buffon in goal. Bonucci going there would be interesting, wouldn't it? So I'm not surprised to see PSG linked with him, but I don't think Bonucci will be ending up at Manchester United if he does leave AC Milan. But the news that they're back in the Europa League now means that they may have more of a chance of keeping hold of players like that. Algernon says, would I take Yerry Mina? I wouldn't know. Smarties or Rolos? That's a difficult one, Jacob. Smarties maybe, but Rolos are alright. But if you eat too much Rolos, you get bare caramel in your teeth, and then it's just emotional, isn't it? Especially for me. Got a shitload of fillings. Any more comments? Marcus Rolo and Ignacevic at the back. So it's CJ Deshi. United need a leader in midfield and defence. Oh, the comments moved on. Eamon says, Pogba to stay? Question mark. Yes, Pogba's going nowhere. Just like Mark Van U says. Like I said though, we're not talking much about midfield today. We are talking about defenders. And the third story comes from the Mirror. And it's based on one of Jose Mourinho's quotes. So Jose Mourinho has already quoted that he's going to start Alexis Sánchez, Mata and Marshall in the first game of the season against Leicester. And he's going to start, now he's been quoted as saying, Valencia, Smalling, Bailey and Shaw will start the season as Manchester United's back four. And the Mirror have taken this one as to say, so does that mean there'll be no defensive signings? Now, first of all, I don't think that's the case. I think if we sign any defender anyway, let's say Alderweireld, for example, if we were to sign him or a defender that's been at the World Cup, then they're going to be unavailable for training until August. So they're going to be unlikely to be available for the first game of the season. So I can understand why Jose Mourinho has said Valencia, Smalling, Bailey and Shaw will be his back four. But if we were to actually make no more defensive signings, I would think Manchester United won't be challenging or winning the league this season, because I don't think we've got good enough defenders after Bailly, after Lindelöf. Jones is okay when he's fit. Rojo, you can't rely on him, but he's okay. I like Rojo, but can we rely on him? You're looking at that and you think, if we haven't improved and we've got the likes of Smalling starting games, we're not winning the league with that. We need to strengthen in that defensive area. And these 3 weeks for me, the most important signing would be a centre-half. An experienced, proven centre-half to slot in alongside Bailly, to allow Lindelöf to be able to get his feet even further and become a Manchester United defender. And to see us, just start to get rid of the likes of Chris Smalling and all that, because we can't rely on those guys. They are not good enough. They will not fire us to a league title. They will not help us do that. I know they've won league titles in the past, but they're not going to be part of a regular defensive unit that wins the league. So I would worry if that was our defence regularly. If Valencia, Smalling was starting regularly game. I think Valencia's alright. He's going to be our captain, apparently. That's another one of the stories that we briefly picked up on the Standard, saying Valencia's going to be the captain. So I don't mind Valencia too much, but centre-half, big area, we need to improve there. And if the Mirror are right and there'll be no defenders, I would be worried. But I don't think that's the case. I just think Jose is being reasonable in saying the first game of the season, that will probably be my defence. And you've got to be fair to him, because if we make a sign, it's unlikely they're going to be available for the first game of the season, unfortunately. So yeah, that's what the Mirror is saying. Bubakari says we should get a defender. We need a number 10. We need defenders, man. We need a defence. Like, why do people keep thinking we need to... why do we need a number 10 all of a sudden? We need a defence. We haven't got a defence. Our defence is abysmal. Moving on from that to Team Talk's story on whether Manchester United might be getting a marquee signing. Now, they've picked up on the BBC report by Bill Rice, good old Bill Rice, and he's saying Manchester United still want to make 2 signings this transfer window and potentially a marquee signing as well. They want a commanding central midfielder and a hard-working wide player. I'd imagine that wide player would play on the right, but a commanding centre-half, not central midfielder. And we need that. I hope that's true. We definitely need a centre-half. As for a marquee signing, I'm not fussed about a marquee signing. Going ahead into this season, we need to improve in areas such as defence, central midfield. That's probably not going to happen now. We've replaced Carrick with Fred. We didn't let Fellaini leave. We probably should have. We could come to regret that. But what we will regret is not getting a centre-half, and we need to get a centre-half. Fuck a marquee signing. A marquee signing to me is a centre-half. Please get one. The MEN had an opinion piece which was talking about the summer transfer window and how it could define Jose Mourinho's Manchester United career. And I do think that's true as well, because I think third season for Jose Mourinho, he's had a lot of money to spend. The board need to back him properly in this next 3 weeks. He needs to get his players in, and we need to take on this season seriously. And if we're not challenging for the league this season, then Jose needs to be worried about his job. Because 3 seasons in, and you're not challenging for the league, there's something to be worried about. And no other manager would have been given that time. So he will start coming under threat. What was the other story I had? Oh yeah, 101 great goals. We're looking at Graham Souness's comments that he thinks City are favourites to the title, but United will be bang at it. He's starting to change his tune, the bloody idiot. I hate Graham Souness. What a bellend. Anyway, what centre-back would you sign, says Alan. I would sign Alderweireld, is the one that I want. There's been links to Harry Maguire. I wouldn't mind Harry Maguire at all. United lad says centre-half is a must. Defence 100, says Morgan Evans. Get Goldie in. He has a buyout clause of 15 million. If he does, go get him. See, Matt says, I'm talking rubbish because I says the board has to back him properly. I'm not on about purely in financial senses, because we have bought players and we've spent money. I'm talking about getting the right players. With me, this board, especially Ed Woodward, he seems to get wet when he thinks, oh, Gareth Bale's available. Alexis Sánchez, let me make these signings so we can bring in loads of commercial revenue. But the signings that actually matter, and that we need, is he doing those things properly? You heard about Jose wanting a fullback last summer. He didn't get one. You hear about us wanting a centre-half, a fullback this summer. So far, we haven't got one. And that's where I mean to back him, not just in numbers, in money, in terms of properly going out and getting the business done. Because at the moment, Ed Woodward, he doesn't seem to be doing that. The board directors, the Glazers and them scumbags don't seem to be doing it. And they need to. We need to be getting the right players in to fill the gaps that we need. Anyway, guys, this has been tomorrow's transfers today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing. Matt's still having a moan, but feel free to do that, Matt. I'm getting a head out of here now. Thank you for watching, Matt, and everybody else. Whether you're having a moan or you're not having a moan, whatever it is, your opinion counts. Unless you're talking absolute bollocks, just for bollocks' sake. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. For now, I'm Adam McCullough. I'm out of here.